Services.
Fairway in Harlan.
Western Iowa Medical in Harlan.
Peterson Family Wellness Center and Lewis Family Aquatic Complex. Live well.
Murtu Medical Center, Physical Therapy and Rehab Services.
Hanson House Senior Living. Experience life, experience Hanson House.
Dr. J's Family Eye Care, longtime supporter of Cyclone Sports in Harlan.
Family Service Community, SCSB.
Keast Auto Center, proudly serving Southwest Iowa for over 31 years.
Polly Jones Funeral Home, longtime supporter of Harlan Community Athletics and events.
Cyclone Seed and Chemical, build a bigger bin.
Conducting Swampler is a proud supporter of the Harlan community, education, and student activities. We move your business forward.
United Bank of Iowa, the difference is here, member FDIC.
Cyclone Lanes, great family entertainment, including bowling, sandwiches, and homemade buttercrust pizzas.
How do you top Pizza Ranch's legendary cheesy ranch sticks? Any way you want. Get a load of these. Our new loaded cheesy ranch sticks are now topped with an extra layer of flavor. Skillet crust, melty cheese, herbs and spices, and up to 2 of your favorite toppings. They're the ultimate appetizer on the buffet or on the go. Don't you just love that new menu item smell? Pizza Ranch, everyone's favorite buffet.
This program has been brought to you by Dylan Hamilton, financial advisor with Hamilton Financial Services, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC. Contact Dylan today at 712-235-5500. Office is located in Harlan and Walnut.
Harlan Do It Best is your best source for friendly service, expert advice, and innovative products. Whether you need to build it, paint it, fix it, or grill it, we have it all. Our full-service paint department, utilizing Valspar paints, can match any color for your interior and exterior painting projects. Check out our new Diablo tool aisle for all power tool accessories needed for your home improvements. Make grilling easy with our full selection of grills and grilling supplies. Harlan Do It Best, conveniently located at 1810 Chatbird Avenue in Harlan.
Western Iowa Medical, providing outstanding service and the highest quality medical equipment and supplies in Western Iowa. At Western Iowa Medical in Harlan, it's our mission to meet all your home health care needs.
Dr. J's Family Eye Care, longtime supporter of Cyclone Sports in Harlan.
Hanson House Senior Living. Experience life, experience Hanson House.
Advertise with HMU. Are you looking for an easy and affordable way to get your business out there? Why not advertise right here? HMU is looking for sponsors, and starting as low as $40 a month, your business could be featured right here. Our sponsors help us cover programs just like this one, and thanks to their support, we're now able to broadcast Cyclone sports, concerts, and more live on both HLTV, Channel 15, and YouTube. So what are you waiting for? Call 755-5182 and ask for Jonathan, or email jnorth@hmunet.com and ask for more information today.
At United Bank of Iowa, the difference is here. Conveniently located at the corner of Highway 59 and Pine Street in Harlan, you'll always find a smiling face to greet you and help you with all your banking needs. We offer competitive rates on deposits and loans, and the latest in technology with our online and mobile products. Come and find out for yourself why the difference is here at United Bank of Iowa. Member FDIC.
Looking for insurance coverage at competitive rates? As an independent agency, we are not tied to one insurance company. We work for you, the agency, located right across from City Hall.
How do you game? Do you shoot your shot? Do you go for the goal? Or throw the high cheese? Whatever you do, our goal at HMU Physical Therapy is to keep you in the game. HMU Physical Therapy. Game on.
At Polly Jones Funeral Home, compassion is our foundation. As a proud family-owned and operated business, we understand that during times of loss, empathy and understanding make all the difference. Our dedicated professionals, rooted in family values, are here to answer your calls and address your questions and concerns. With 3 locations in Harlan, Avoca, and Denison, we're available whenever and wherever you need us to provide customized services for every family we serve. Polly Jones Funeral Home, proudly serving our communities for over 90 years.
Cyclone Seed and Chemical is your one-stop shop for all your agronomy inputs. Whether it's seeds, chemicals, fertilizers, or custom application, the staff at Cyclone Seed will work hard for your business. When you work with Cyclone Seed and Chemical, you'll have to build a bigger bin.
Listen to 105.3 KNOD. KNOD covers local, state, and world news. KNOD covers your favorite local high school sports, the Iowa Hawkeyes and the Chicago Cubs. KNOD covers Brownfield Ag News programs. KNOD plays the hits you want to hear from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. KNOD has great advertising rates for your business. Call 800-876-KNOD for more info. 105.3 KNOD.
At Keist Auto Center, it's our mission to be the automotive home of Ford, Chevy, and GMC drivers in Southwest Iowa. Conveniently located just off Highway 59 in Harlan, we provide a vast selection of new and used vehicles, exceptional car care, and always deliver customer service with a smile. As your hometown auto dealer, we strive to make every transaction an easy one. Call or stop by today to get in touch with a member of our team and let us know how we can serve you today. Keist Auto Center, proudly serving Southwest Iowa for over 31 years.
Cyclone Lanes in Harlan is your total family fun entertainment center. Known for our homemade buttercrust pizza, we also offer great burgers and a variety of other sandwiches and sides, all available to eat in or carry out. Cyclone Lanes is available for birthday parties, company outings, and church youth groups. Laser bowling starts on Friday and Saturday evenings at 8 p.m. We invite you to come enjoy some fun family entertainment and great food at Cyclone Lanes in Harlan.
If you grill it, he will come.
Hey.
Is this heaven?
Nope. It's fairway.
Coverage of the 2024-2025 cyclone season has been brought to you by a generous donation from the Harlan Pizza Ranch. Visit Pizza Ranch in Harlan and thank them for helping us bring you live coverage of Cyclone sports this year, including our brand new scoreboard camera. Cyclone Sports on HLTV Channel 15 has also been sponsored by Do It Best Hardware, The Agency in Harlan, Hamilton Financial Services,
Fairway in Harlan,
Western Iowa Medical in Harlan,
Peterson Family Wellness Center and Lewis Family Aquatic Complex. Live well.
HMU Medical Center, Physical Therapy and Rehab Services.
Hanson House Senior Living. Experience life, experience Hanson House.
Dr. J's Family Eye Care, longtime supporter of Cyclone Sports in Harlan.
Family Service Community, SCSB.
Keast Auto Center, proudly serving Southwest Iowa for over 31 years.
Paulie Jones Funeral Home, longtime supporter of Harlan Community Athletics and events.
Cyclone Seed and Chemical, build a bigger bin.
Conducting Swampler is a proud supporter of the Harlan community, education, and student activities. We move your business forward.
United Bank of Iowa. The difference is here. Member FDIC.
Cyclone Lanes, great family entertainment, including bowling, sandwiches, and homemade buttercrust pizzas.
How do you top Pizza Ranch's legendary cheesy ranch sticks? Any way you want. Get a load of these. Our new loaded cheesy ranch sticks are now topped with an extra layer of flavor, skillet crust, melty cheese, herbs and spices, and up to 2 of your favorite toppings. They're the ultimate appetizer on the buffet or on the go. Don't you just love that new menu item smell? Pizza Ranch, everyone's favorite buffet.
This program has been brought to you by Dylan Hamilton, financial advisor with Hamilton Financial Services, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC. Contact Dylan today at 712-235-5500. Office is located in Harlan and Walnut.
Harlan Do It Best is your best source for friendly service, expert advice, and innovative products. Whether you need to build it, paint it, fix it, or grill it, we have it all. Our full-service paint department, utilizing Valspar paints, can match any color for your interior and exterior painting projects. Check out our new Diablo tool aisle for all power tool accessories needed for your home improvements. Make grilling easy with our full selection of grills and grilling supplies. Harlan Do It Best, conveniently located at 1810 Chatbird Avenue in Harlan.
Western Iowa Medical, providing outstanding service and the highest quality medical equipment and supplies in Western Iowa. At Western Iowa Medical in Harlan, it's our mission to meet all your home health care needs.
Dr. J's Family Eye Care, longtime supporter of Cyclone Sports in Harlan.
Hanson House Senior Living. Experience life, experience Hanson House.
Advertise with HMU. Are you looking for an easy and affordable way to get your business out there? Why not advertise right here? HMU is looking for sponsors, and starting as low as $40 a month, your business could be featured right here.
In Harlan, you'll always find a smiling face to greet you and help you with all your banking needs. We offer competitive rates on deposits and loans, and the latest in technology with our online and mobile products. Come and find out for yourself why the difference is here at United Bank of Iowa, member FDIC.
Looking for insurance coverage at competitive rates? As an independent agency, we are not tied to one insurance company. We work for you, the agency, located right across from City Hall.
How do you game? Do you shoot your shot? Do you go for the goal? Or throw the high cheese? Whatever you do, our goal at HMU Physical Therapy is to keep you in the game. HMU Physical Therapy. Game on.
At Polly Jones Funeral Home, compassion is our foundation. As a proud family-owned and operated business, we understand that during times of loss, empathy and understanding make all the difference. Our dedicated professionals, rooted in family values, are here to answer your calls and address your questions and concerns. With 3 locations in Harlan, Avoca, and Denison, we're available whenever and wherever you need us to provide customized services for every family we serve. Polly Jones Funeral Home, proudly serving our communities for over 90 years.
Cyclone Seed and Chemical is your one-stop shop for all your agronomy inputs. Whether it's seeds, chemicals, fertilizers, or custom application, the staff at Cyclone Seed will work hard for your business. When you work with Cyclone Seed and Chemical, you'll have to build a bigger bin.
Listen to 105.3 KNOD. KNOD covers local, state, and world news. KNOD covers your favorite local high school sports, the Iowa Hawkeyes and the Chicago Cubs. KNOD covers Brownfield Ag News programs. KNOD plays the hits you want to hear from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. KNOD has great advertising rates for your business. Call 800-876-KNOD for more info. 105.3 KNOD.
At Keist Auto Center, it's our mission to be the automotive home of Ford, Chevy, and GMC drivers in Southwest Iowa. Conveniently located just off Highway 59 in Harlan, we provide a vast selection of new and used vehicles, exceptional car care, and always deliver customer service with a smile. As your hometown auto dealer, we strive to make every transaction an easy one. Call or stop by today to get in touch with a member of our team and let us know how we can serve you today. Keist Auto Center, proudly serving Southwest Iowa for over 31 years.
Cyclone Lanes in Harlan is your total family fun entertainment center. Known for our homemade buttercrust pizza, we also offer great burgers and a variety of other sandwiches and sides, all available to eat in or carry out. Cyclone Lanes is available for birthday parties, company outings, and church youth groups. Laser bowling starts on Friday and Saturday evenings at 8 p.m. We invite you to come enjoy some fun family entertainment and great food at Cyclone Lanes in Harlan.
If you grill it, he will come.
Hey.
Hey.
Is this heaven?
Nope. It's fairway.
Coverage of the 2024-2025 cyclone season has been brought to you by a generous donation from the Harlan Pizza Ranch. Visit Pizza Ranch in Harlan and thank them for helping us bring you live coverage of Cyclone sports this year, including our brand new scoreboard camera. Cyclone Sports on HLTV Channel 15 has also been sponsored by Do It Best Hardware, The Agency in Harlan, Hamilton Financial Services,
Fairway in Harlan,
Western Iowa Medical in Harlan,
Peterson Family Wellness Center and Lewis Family Aquatic Complex. Live well.
HMU Medical Center Physical Therapy and Rehab Services.
Hanson House Senior Living. Experience life, experience Hanson House.
Dr. J's Family Eye Care, longtime supporter of Cyclone Sports in Harlan.
Family Service Community, SCSB.
Keast Auto Center, proudly serving Southwest Iowa for over 31 years.
Polly Jones Funeral Home, longtime supporter of Harlan Community Athletics and events.
Cyclone Scenic Chemical, build a bigger bin.
Conducting Swampler is a proud supporter of the Harlan community, education, and student activities. We move your business forward.
United Bank of Iowa, the difference is here, member FDIC.
Cyclone Lanes, great family entertainment including bowling, sandwiches, and homemade buttercrust pizzas.
How do you top Pizza Ranch's legendary cheesy ranch sticks? Any way you want. Get a load of these. Our new loaded cheesy ranch sticks are now topped with an extra layer of flavor, skillet crust, melty cheese, herbs and spices, and up to 2 of your favorite toppings. They're the ultimate appetizer on the buffet or on the go. Don't you just love that new menu item smell? Pizza Ranch, everyone's favorite buffet.
This program has been brought to you by Dylan Hamilton, financial advisor with Hamilton Financial Services, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC. Contact Dylan today at 712-235-5500. Office is located in Harlan and Walnut.
Harlan Do It Best is your best source for friendly service, expert advice, and innovative products. Whether you need to build it, paint it, fix it, or grill it, we have it all. Our full-service paint department, utilizing Valspar paints, can match any color for your interior and exterior painting projects. Check out our new Diablo tool aisle for all power tool accessories needed for your home improvements. Make grilling easy with our full selection of grills and grilling supplies. Harlan Do It Best, conveniently located at 1810 Chatbird Avenue in Harlan.
Western Iowa Medical, providing outstanding service and the highest quality medical equipment and supplies in Western Iowa. At Western Iowa Medical in Harlan, it's our mission to meet all your home health care needs.
Dr. J's Family Eye Care, longtime supporter of Cyclone Sports in Harlan.
Hanson House Senior Living. Experience life, experience Hanson House.
Advertise with HMU. Are you looking for an easy and affordable way to get your business out there? Why not advertise right here? HMU is looking for sponsors, and starting as low as $40 a month, your business could be featured right here. Our sponsors help us cover programs just like this one, and thanks to their support, we're now able to broadcast Cyclone sports, concerts, and more live on both HLTV, Channel 15, and YouTube. So what are you waiting for? Call 755-5182 and ask for Jonathan, or email jnorth@hmunet.com and ask for more information today.
At United Bank of Iowa, the difference is here. Conveniently located at the corner of Highway 59 and Pine Street in Harlan, you'll always find a smiling face to greet you and help you with all your banking needs. We offer competitive rates on deposits and loans, and the latest in technology with our online and mobile products. Come and find out for yourself why the difference is here at United Bank of Iowa. Member FDIC.
Looking for insurance coverage at competitive rates? As an independent agency, we are not tied to one insurance company. We work for you, the agency, located right across from City Hall.
How do you game? Do you shoot your shot? Do you go for the goal? Or throw the high cheese? Whatever you do, our goal at HMU Physical Therapy is to keep you in the game. HMU Physical Therapy. Game on.
At Polly Jones Funeral Home, compassion is our foundation. As a proud family-owned and operated business, we understand that during times of loss, empathy and understanding make all the difference. Our dedicated professionals, rooted in family values, are here to answer your calls and address your questions and concerns. With 3 locations in Harlan, Avoca, and Denison, we're available whenever and wherever you need us to provide customized services for every family we serve. Polly Jones Funeral Home, proudly serving our communities for over 90 years.
Cyclone Seed and Chemical is your one-stop shop for all your agronomy inputs. Whether it's seeds, chemicals, fertilizers, or custom application, the staff at Cyclone Seed will work hard for your business. When you work with Cyclone Seed and Chemical, you'll have to build a bigger bin.
Listen to 105.3 KNOD. KNOD covers local, state, and world news. KNOD covers your favorite local high school sports, the Iowa Hawkeyes and the Chicago Cubs. KNOD covers Brownfield Ag News programs. KNOD plays the hits you want to hear from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. KNOD has great advertising rates for your business. Call 800-876-KNOD for more info. 105.3 KNOD.
At Keist Auto Center, it's our mission to be the automotive home of Ford, Chevy, and GMC drivers in Southwest Iowa. Conveniently located just off Highway 59 in Harlan, we provide a vast selection of new and used vehicles, exceptional car care, and always deliver customer service with a smile. As your hometown auto dealer, we strive to make every transaction an easy one. Call or stop by today to get in touch with a member of our team and let us know how we can serve you today. Keist Auto Center, proudly serving Southwest Iowa for over 31 years.
Cyclone Lanes in Harlan is your total family fun entertainment center. Known for our homemade buttercrust pizza, we also offer great burgers and a variety of other sandwiches and sides, all available to eat in or carry out. Cyclone Lanes is available for birthday parties, company outings, and church youth groups. Laser bowling starts on Friday and Saturday evenings at 8 p.m. We invite you to come enjoy some fun family entertainment and great food at Cyclone Lanes in Harlan.
If you grill it, he will come.
Hey.
Hey.
Is this heaven?
Nope. It's fairway.
Coverage of the 2024-2025 cyclone season has been brought to you by a generous donation from the Harlan Pizza Ranch. Visit Pizza Ranch in Harlan and thank them for helping us bring you live coverage of Cyclone sports this year, including our brand new scoreboard camera. Cyclone Sports on HLTV Channel 15 has also been sponsored by Do It Best Hardware, The Agency in Harlan, Hamilton Financial Services,
Fairway in Harlan,
Western Iowa Medical in Harlan,
Peterson Family Wellness Center and Lewis Family Aquatic Complex. Live well.
Murtu Medical Center, Physical Therapy and Rehab Services.
Hanson House Senior Living. Experience life, experience Hanson House.
Dr. J's Family Eye Care, longtime supporter of Cyclone Sports in Harlan.
Family Service Community, SCSB.
Keast Auto Center, proudly serving Southwest Iowa for over 31 years.
Polly Jones Funeral Home, longtime supporter of Harlan Community Athletics and events.
Cyclone Scenic Chemical, build a bigger bin.
Conducting Swampler is a proud supporter of the Harlan community, education, and student activities. We move your business forward.
United Bank of Iowa. The difference is here. Member FDIC.
Cyclone Lanes, great family entertainment, including bowling, sandwiches, and homemade buttercrust pizzas.
How do you top Pizza Ranch's legendary cheesy ranch sticks? Any way you want. Get a load of these. Our new loaded cheesy ranch sticks are now topped with an extra layer of flavor. Skillet crust, melty cheese, herbs and spices, and up to 2 of your favorite toppings. They're the ultimate appetizer on the buffet or on the go. Don't you just love that new menu item smell? Pizza Ranch, everyone's favorite buffet.
This program has been brought to you by Dylan Hamilton, financial advisor with Hamilton Financial Services, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC. Contact Dylan today at 712-235-5500. Office is located in Harlan and Walnut.
Harlan Do It Best is your best source for friendly service, expert advice, and innovative products. Whether you need to build it, paint it, fix it, or grill it, we have it all. Our full-service paint department, utilizing Valspar paints, can match any color for your interior and exterior painting projects. Check out our new Diablo tool aisle for all power tool accessories needed for your home improvements. Make grilling easy with our full selection of grills and grilling supplies. Harlan Do It Best, conveniently located at 1810 Chatburn Avenue in Harlan.
Western Iowa Medical, providing outstanding service and the highest quality medical equipment and supplies in Western Iowa. At Western Iowa Medical in Harlan, it's our mission to meet all your home health care needs.
Dr. J's Family Eye Care, longtime supporter of Cyclone Sports in Harlan.
Hanson House Senior Living. Experience life, experience Hanson House.
Advertise with HMU. Are you looking for an easy and affordable way to get your business out there? Why not advertise right here? HMU is looking for sponsors, and starting as low as $40 a month, your business could be featured right here. Our sponsors help us cover programs just like this one, and thanks to their support, we're now able to broadcast Cyclone sports, concerts, and more live on both HLTV, Channel 15, and YouTube. So what are you waiting for? Call 755-5182 and ask for Jonathan, or email jnorth@hmunet.com and ask for more information today.
At United Bank of Iowa, the difference is here. Conveniently located at the corner of Highway 59 and Pine Street in Harlan, you'll always find a smiling face to greet you and help you with all your banking needs. We offer competitive rates on deposits and loans, and the latest in technology with our online and mobile products. Come and find out for yourself why the difference is here at United Bank of Iowa. Member FDIC.
Looking for insurance coverage at competitive rates? As an independent agency, we are not tied to one insurance company. We work for you, the agency, located right across from City Hall.
How Deb said it, and a little Kentucky bourbon.
Jenny, we're good.
We're ready? We're ready. Okay, just give me 2 seconds.
Are you ready? Are you ready, Jenny?
Yep, and we don't have anybody that's called in.
Okay. Good afternoon and welcome to the Harlan Municipal Utilities Board of Trustees meeting, Thursday, January 23rd, 2025 at 4:02 p.m. Approval of consent agenda. All items listed under the consent agenda will be enacted by one motion with one roll call. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a request is made prior to the time the board votes on the motion. Consent agenda items may include non-controversial subjects.
I'll make the move to approve the agenda.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Michelle, aye.
Michelle, aye.
Dickus, aye.
Barnett, aye.
Okay, number 4. Bill Lindley of Clayton Energy, presentation of gas pricing.
All right. Well, thanks for having me here today. I appreciate that. My name is Bill Lindley and I represent Clayton Energy, which is your natural gas supplier. We serve about 60 municipalities across 4 states. And I'm here just to kind of explain to everybody why you guys do business
Recording in progress.
why you guys do business with us and the benefits of doing so. Everybody remembers February of 21. That was when natural gas prices went through the roof and they were $250 here in the Midwest, and going from $4 to $250, and they were $900 in Oklahoma and $1,000 in Texas. There were a lot of people hurt in February of 21. And that was due to a lot of circumstances, whether they're warranted or not, I don't know that. It's the market, and that's something that we don't control. But prior to that happening, I have been here to Harlan before, and I tried to come here and add Harlan to our group, and unfortunately it didn't work out, and the city of Harlan was hurt in February of 21. But right after that, when there was an administration change, I came here to see Joe and Colburn, and they had the wisdom to listen to what I had to say and the courage to change. And that was very difficult to go through a change after what you guys experienced in February of 21. The situation that I want to explain today is natural gas is a 3-part rate. 1 is the cost of the commodity itself. 2 is the cost of the transportation on the interstate pipeline to get it from the supply basin to the city of Harlan. And 3 is the cost, once it comes to Harlan, to move it to your house or place of business. So it's a 3-part rate, natural gas rates are. And I want to break all of those down, and I'll do as quickly as I can. But the first thing is natural gas cost itself. Prior to February of 21, you used to be able to buy winter natural gas for around $3.50. After gas went to $250 that February, now if you want to buy natural gas for winters, you're around $5 to $5.50. They have what they call a risk premium on winter gas because of what happened in February of 21. That was Winter Storm Uri. And since then, we've had 3 other winter storms, one of them just this past MLK weekend, another one a year before MLK weekend, and one prior to that, I believe, was a President's weekend. That was Winter Storm Elliott in, I don't know exactly when that was, but I think it was in December or January of 22 or 23. But what happens during times like that is it gets really cold all over the country, and it dips down into Texas. And what happens are that wells that don't have glycol running through them, they will freeze off because there is a lot of water molecules coming up from the ground with natural gas. And if you don't treat your wells, wells freeze off. And there were well freeze-offs on all 4 of those storms. And if you look at supply, you will see a dip in the amount of supply at a time that actually everybody needs more. And that causes natural gas prices to go up. And that's what happens in times like that. So after February of 21, we put together a program within Clayton Energy of the 60 municipalities, and we pool and buy and share resources with each other to control the rates and to help each other. So when it comes to buying natural gas, winter gas that you buy today is around $5.50 if you want to buy it for the winter. You can still buy summer gas for $3, but in the winter it's $5.50. And if you look out on the NYMEX Board of Trade, where people look and they see natural gas prices, it might show $3.50 or $3.75 or $4 for the winter, but what people don't see are the risk premiums that suppliers have on top of the board price. So when I say $5.50, that includes the NYMEX price that you see in the paper or on the news or on your iPhone, and then the risk premium on top of it. So what happens is, years ago we used to hedge maybe 40% of your needs. I'm talking way back into the 90s and early 2000s. You'd hedge maybe 40%. That used to be enough until February of 21. When February 21 hit, we hedge 100% of our average. And what does that mean? Well, we look at your average historical use for 5 years, and we hedge 100% of your average. So when it turns really cold, we only have to buy a little bit. And when it turns really warm, unfortunately, like you witnessed between Christmas and New Year's, it was 60 degrees. We have to sell some of that gas back off, but it's just a little bit to sell off and a little bit to buy. And that's the program that we built for all 60 municipalities so that nobody gets hurt like you guys did in February of 21. And that's the way we manage gas prices, because every time you get a winter storm like that where it dips down into Texas like you've been watching on the news, wells freeze off, prices go up. This year they started at $29 and we ended up buying some $12 gas. When you blend a little bit of $12 gas in with your $5.50 gas, it doesn't bump it very much. You know, maybe 40 cents, which is 4 cents a therm to the customer, which for a customer that uses, 100 therms, that's $4. That's a lot better than what you guys went through in February of 21. So that is how we buy natural gas, and that is the gas prices that the city of Harlan has today. Do you have any questions on gas prices? Okay.
You explained this with slides 2 years ago when you were up here and
Yes.
we voted for you to come in?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
I did explain that, and that's just the future. I don't know what the current administration that's come into the White House will do with gas prices, but we're certainly going to watch that. Maybe it'll come down. I'm not sure it will, but the whole point is that we hedge you guys and put you in a position to protect you. Because what happened in February of 21, I was not your supplier at the time. I worked for 2 different companies prior to starting my own business in 1993. And you were doing business with one of those people that I used to work for. I left there for a reason and started my own business because I'm born and raised in a town like Harlan, city of Wahoo, Nebraska. Grew up in a family business that's celebrating our 90th anniversary this year. So we know what it's like to treat people right, and we know what it's like to run a business and to care for people. And so, you know, they're celebrating 90 years, I'm celebrating 32 years, but the whole point is we care about people, we care about our customers, and that's why I'm here to explain what's going on. So that's as far as gas prices go. So, you know, the city of Harlan has a very good gas price. They have a market price on their natural gas. The second item I want to discuss is the transportation from the supply basin up to the city of Harlan. And that's what happened in February of 21. The city of Harlan has a 4,000 MMBTU peak day. They experienced that last winter. When I think it was the 14th maybe of January, you hit 39.96 or something. You were right at 4,000. The problem with what happened in February of 21, and I was here to explain to the old administration that this was going to happen if it turned cold, is the city of Harlan only has a 2,600 entitlement, but they have a 4,000 peak day. So instead of all the years of the administration prior to Joe and Colburn being in here, more capacity should have been purchased as the city grew. And what happened in February of 21 is they didn't have enough capacity, so when they ran up past their 2,600, they got into penalty gas on the pipeline. And penalty gas is 3 times the market price for the day. So if the market price is $200, like it was in February of 21, you had to pay $600. That's what hurts so bad. And what we offer, we are here now to help you. We're here to help you build your system back up to where it should have been all these years. And Joe and Colburn have done a wonderful job, along with the board, of listening to what needs to be done. We are on track to build the capacity back up for the city so that we don't ever go through that again. But in the meantime, we have a pool of municipalities, and it's a wonderful thing that you're in our group because we can help you, because some of our cities have extra capacity they don't use. So we use that capacity to schedule gas into Harlan, so you're never going to be in the position that you were in February of 21. When I started building my business, I did not know of all the benefits of putting 60 municipals together. It's like a large investor-owned utility. They have a lot of options of moving gas all over the place. Now we can do that as a group of 60. It's a very strong position for you guys to be in. So we buy the capacity from another city, a neighboring community, whether it's Coon Rapids or Manning. Both of those communities help you with extra capacity they have. And those people care about you, because I brought the city of Manning General Manager Jeremy Carroll, I brought Brad Honnold from Coon Rapids. We all came here prior to Joe and Colburn being here to help explain what would happen. And unfortunately, we didn't get in the door to make any changes, but we're here now, and we're making changes to help you. So, the demand cost is a part of your gas that you pay to the pipeline that we are continuing to grow to meet your needs going forward, and that's part 2 of your natural gas rate. The third part is the distribution cost. Once it gets to the little blue building on the edge of town, which is called the town border station, to your home or place of business. The city of Harlan has an excellent rate on their distribution rate. I know what all those rates are across the whole 60 municipalities because we do all the rate structure for everybody. The rate that Harlan has is one of the lowest of all 60 municipalities. And that rate, the reason that rate is set by what the cost to operate the distribution system is. And Harlan has a very lean cost structure, and their rate is really good. They have an industry in town that uses quite a bit of gas, and that also helps. So all in, if you take your gas cost for the city of Harlan and the cost of the transport on the interstate pipeline and the distribution cost, the city of Harlan was in the lower 25% of all of the 60 municipalities. Your gas rates in this community are very good. We cannot buy gas for $3.50 like we used to. The cost of gas is $5.50 out on the board today. By the time you buy that gas, pay the pipeline for the transport, and pay the distribution, which is excellent in Harlan, that combination of those three things, Harlan had a rate that was in the bottom 25% last month for all of my municipalities. So I'd like to stop there for a second, covering all three parts of those rates, if that's what we wanted to do here. And I want to be able to answer any questions that you may have.
So we're one of 99, we're 30 out of the 99 counties. We are,
Well, just a minute. There are 60 municipalities in our group.
in our group,
Yes.
but we have 99 counties in,
Oh, that doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
You have to have a municipality natural gas system
Okay.
to be a part of our group.
and how many,
We have 60 municipalities in our group.
and how many are in Iowa?
I want to say there's 51 or 2 maybe.
So really we're,
We have some in Minnesota, some in South Dakota, and some in Nebraska.
okay.
Yes. So we are on a wonderful program with approval of what the board has approved with Joe and Colburn. We are working towards getting the city back to where they should have been when these guys came into office, and we're working towards that. So that's not going to increase your rates tremendously at all, because you're buying capacity right now from my other municipalities, and they're earning the money for it when they're not using. It's called capacity release. You'll be buying your own capacity as we can afford to buy that as we step into it. But what you're avoiding is that triple market rate that you got hit with in February of 21.
Right, here with that.
Yeah, we didn't buy any of that $12. We didn't buy much of that $12 gas this last weekend, okay? Because we're in this situation. Yeah, did we sell some gas back between Christmas and New Year's when it was 60 degrees? Yes, we did. But neither one of those sellbacks or neither one of those buys impacts your price too much, and you have the protection of not going through that again, which is critical. I didn't know this when I built my business 32 years ago. All these benefits were going to come to the municipalities. It just kind of happened. And it's a wonderful group of people. And we're still serving everybody we've ever picked up. In 32 years, we've never lost a customer. And we continue to grow because we add value to everybody. And I think that's the critical thing. I said I'd stop and I kept talking. I will stop there for a second and I'll
I don't
answer.
have a problem, because we all know that the rates are fine.
The rates are great here.
It's just that it's just that our customers don't understand the rates. And they may or may not watch the meetings to understand the rates. Or they may or may not go out and read how our rates are out on our website. Now, do we have storage?
That's a good question. You do not have storage. My understanding is you used to have storage, and the administration years ago did away with it. I used to serve some gas to Harlan back when Harold Johnson. Now I'm dating myself a little bit. I remember you. Okay, when Harold Johnson was here, but I did not do the things I do today. I just sold spot gas to Harold back then. He used to do some business with Enron Gas Marketing, and but you used to have storage. I wish you still had storage. Most cities do have storage. You cannot buy storage out there on the pipeline anymore. It's been sold out. They made an offer in 2008 for people to apply for it. A lot of people picked it up that didn't have it, but it is completely sold out on the pipeline.
And we do not need storage.
It'd be a nice tool for you, yes. if storage was ever offered, I would strongly recommend it, because we can put gas in the ground in the summertime for $3, pay the pipeline $1.75, and you have $4.75 gas when you need it in the winter. So instead of gas prices going to 12 or 35 or 50 or 250, you can pull storage. And a lot of my clients have storage. They didn't get rid of it. I don't think that was the best decision back then, but somebody made a decision, and I'm not second guessing it. I'm just telling you that that's a tool, that's the only tool you don't have.
Do we have room for storage?
Storage is actually underground salt caverns that are in Iowa, Kansas, and the pipeline owns those, and you would just lease space in those salt caverns, and then you pay them an annual fee to use their storage. I would highly recommend that. If we ever got an option to buy that again, I would highly recommend that you would do that.
Probably our closest bill is Guthrie Center.
Redfield?
For what?
For the storage, closest storage.
Oh, yeah,
closest to
yes,
us.
yeah.
Redfield, yeah, they call it Redfield.
Correct. There is Redfield, and there's Ogden, and there are many storage fields in Kansas as well that they own. So, again, I just want to emphasize the three parts of a rate. The gas cost, the city is paying market. That's the market today. The transportation on the interstate, that is the market. That's set up by Northern Natural Gas, that is regulated by the Federal Energy Regulatory Committee. They can't charge any rates that are not FERC approved. Anytime they have a rate increase, they have to be approved by the Federal Energy Regulatory Committee. And the third part is the city of Harlan, and that rate that you have across the city is excellent. It's one of the lowest rates we have of all 60 municipalities.
How often do they apply for a rate increase?
Oh, they went from 2004 to 2020 with no rate increase. Now every 2 years they've been going up about 7–8%.
So it's not HMU raising the rates?
Correct. It is Northern Natural Gas, which is Mid-American, which is owned by Berkshire Hathaway. They try to get their rate increases, like other pipelines as well. And Northern Natural is a very good pipeline, one of the best pipelines to work on. You know, being a part of Northern, they've never failed a delivery of any kind. They have great systems. But they do charge some rate increases, and that is out of your control. Just like the cost of gas is out of your control. We buy it at the best time we can, and that's the best that can be done there. You get the rate set by the pipeline, and your rate that you set across in the city of Harlan is incredibly good.
So I have a couple of questions for you,
Doug.
So we keep talking about 2021, which is fantastic, but what I really care about is that the investment that's being made, to actually standardize or reduce the rate to the customer. So understanding the cost of the commodity, there's a risk rate. Who assigns that? Do you assign that, or do you? So like the winter gas rate,
like the risk premium.
The risk premium.
Yep.
Who assigns that?
That is set up by anybody you want to buy natural gas from. That is set up by the market.
Okay. So
You're talking the difference between like a
the market rate.
$4 price on the board and buying gas at $5.50.
Correct.
Yes, that is set up by the market, and the suppliers determine that rate.
Okay, so if the anomalies that keep happening because of
the Arctic
policies,
blast,
right? Some of that is some of it is policy, environmental policy. Some of it is Mother Nature. As those go down, it would be expected that the risk would reduce, and then the rate would reduce as it relates to winter gas. So 2021, Roger, unprepared, everybody got shorthanded.
Yep.
I would like to, is this an investment in your company, in this 60-group organization that will lead to cost avoidances in the future, not just risk mitigation? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean the cost in the future is to avoid that risk mitigation that you're talking about,
right,
and having the amount of capacity to meet your needs,
right,
and managing that.
Yeah, because the customer doesn't care about 2021 today.
No, I understand that.
So I think we made a right decision to go into this collective organization. What I just want to know, is it a decision that will eventually lead to competitive rates, not our rates, the local distribution rate, but the cost of the commodity and the transportation that will drive down or keep the rates where they're manageable by the customer, not by the utility, but by the customer?
Well, I think that's what we're doing by buying the gas at the market rate. We hope it goes down. We hope that risk premium would go down, but the problem is, you get a winter storm Uri, you go Elliott, you go Heather, you go Enzo. Every year you have a storm where prices run up like they did. You didn't see it this year, but anytime you have that, it keeps the risk premium higher. So we'd love to see gas at $3.50 again. If it was, we'd buy it for probably 10 years and lock that in. And we're looking for opportunities every day. So yes, the answer is yes, the savings would be in the cost of the gas, but we don't have any control over the cost of the gas. That's driven by the market. And just like when gas was $12 here this last weekend in the Midwest, it was $50 on the East Coast. So that's driven by the market, and we don't have any control over that.
But I think being with this group, I guess if I can interject, Bill, being in this group helps us with hedging gas, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, as a group hedging gas as compared to
yeah.
singly trying to hedge gas.
Yes, correct.
Bill, wasn't it last year with that one cold storm spell that went through? We saved like $80,000 in those 5 days that it got cold by having these guys as opposed. So I mean, that's pretty huge to me.
Yep.
You've saved a lot of money through the last 3 storms being with us, and I'm not here to tout what we do for you. I'm just here to tell you that you guys are on the right program, you're with the right group, and we're protecting you from what happened in the past.
Yep.
Is there ever a chance the supply will increase now that we have a new administration?
Oh, the
drill, baby drill.
Drill, baby drill. I hope so. I hope that we could get enough production to where it could drive the prices down. I really do. We're always looking for that. Because I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's right that they have risk premiums in there because these winter storms come in and prices are, whether they're $250 or $50 or $35 or $12 or whatever they are, that keeps the price risk higher, and we're always looking for a better deal. And when we find them, we're going to do them.
Thank you.
You bet. Did I answer your question?
You did, yeah. I think really it's to ask the question in a public setting so that the customers understand that the investment we made was not merely to avoid catastrophic anomalies. It's to eventually get to a place where they either have standardized or below premium prices that they should feel in their wallet.
Yep.
Is what we attempted to do, as well as minimize risk. We made the decision to go with Clayton Energy.
That's right. Okay. And I also want to comment again on the rates where they are today. Last month, you guys were in the bottom 25% of all the municipalities. So you're already getting that by getting good rates.
Yep.
It's just that the rates are higher than they were than the prior years.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, I understand. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for explaining, and thank you for coming out.
You're welcome. Any other questions about anything? Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much for driving up here.
You're welcome.
Jenny, can I?
Recording stopped.
Is there a way that I can back up to number F? So I can mention that?
Sure. Thank you, Bill.
Thank you.
So the customers know.
Did we have and I guess I had a question on that too. Did I miss it? Did we have the official approve the agenda? Or did we jump right to the approval of consent?
I think we just did the agenda, but I don't think we approved the consent agenda.
I'm sorry.
They jumped to the consent agenda and then approved the agenda.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
All right.
So they did miss one motion.
Yeah.
Okay. Can we get approval of the agenda?
So moved. Yeah, second.
Okay, roll call.
Sheldon, aye.
Michelle, aye.
Because I.
Jenny, I.
Okay, I also want to read in number 3, F. We do supply free services for the city of Harlan for 2024 through 2025. Christmas lights in the amount of $6,683.37. Other free services, $3,049.30. And street lights to the amount of $13,025.95. Okay. Number 5, updating the manual of benefits and personnel policies regarding the change schedule for HMU office hours and employees.
Yeah, just, I guess a brief synopsis of that. It's just, like we stated there, main update for work hour schedule change from 9 hours, or to 9 hours Monday through Thursday and 4 hours on Friday. And then also adjusted the vacation schedules, right? Because we didn't change that yet.
Yeah,
That
because
was
we
a
had
key.
it listed days and we needed to change that to
To
hours
hours.
since
Right.
all their days aren't the same length now.
Mhm. And then just one other kind of cleanup too, I guess, that we highlighted was, we had always called out for call-out tickets for when anybody was called out to, to coincide with our timesheets. We eliminated that info or that particular item.
Just that sentence, because we don't need it anymore.
Right. Actually, that information is shown on the backside of our timesheets too, so that was another change we made. Just something simple.
And we haven't had any complaints or any problems with closing at noon. We've had pretty clean bill.
I think we had a couple items, I mean.
Items that we'll discuss,
Right,
but,
yeah.
I mean, really though, it's been working out for, not only as an advantage to keep employee morale and employee retention.
Correct.
And improvement.
And I think on this latest one where we had an issue with as far as reading out meters, I think that was just a little bit of a disconnect from when the information was taken up front to get that back to the meter shop. And I mean, that's been taken care of, or at least we discussed it.
Yep.
Kind of maybe, we went back and checked kind of where the shortfall was, what happened, but like I said, it was a disconnect with the front office.
And before we even decided,
leadership.
when this was proposed to us, to a couple of us, we looked at other municipalities and how their work schedules were as well.
And we actually have had a couple municipalities that have asked us, they've heard about it, and they've asked us, how's that working? What are the obstacles? How do you handle this? How do you handle that? And so I think there's others out there that are maybe looking at it, but we don't know if they'll do it or not, but we've had questions from the city hall administration also here in town. We've had questions from a couple other municipals that have heard about it from our guys going to trainings or stuff like that. So there are others that are curious about it, and I guess we've already tackled a lot of those hurdles for them, so.
And I know myself, I've called, and it's been close, but, so like if you can always press numbers 1, 2, or 3, even if you don't think it's an emergency and say I'll just say like telecom, I use that for an example. If I can't get a channel to come through, or it's fixed lane, or it goes out, then I call telecom and they basically fix it and it's done. So it's not like a lot of hours that has to go into getting this fixed. I think I called at 1 o'clock one day and it was fixed by 1:03.
So there is an on-call capability?
Yeah, every department has, our answering service is after hours, and it goes straight to the on-call person for all departments.
So my 2 questions. One is, when was the last time we did a customer satisfaction survey? Have we ever done a customer satisfaction survey? And I don't mean put it in the mailer, I mean like post it out there, you've proven to be excellent at creating surveys.
Yeah, we used to do postcards, and to be honest, we'd send postcards out to every customer, and we would maybe get 30 back a year. So then we quit wasting.
I mean, I guess
postage
there's
on
the
that.
possibility of that.
But we
online.
could do another one, we never got that big of a response.
Yeah, I was not suggesting a mailer, I was suggesting some sort of online survey where it's, and then in that, we've gotten feedback, but we haven't necessarily gotten survey results to say, hey, and in the process of taking the survey, or submitting the survey, we could explain that we have on-call capabilities, we have this is it's not you're left hanging and we're just off. We made sure that wasn't the case when we made this decision, or when we tested this. I would just offer that, the customer gets a vote. How do we make sure that the customer's getting a vote? So, sure.
Well,
And I believe we
it
did
is
put all
on
that,
the-
I believe we put all that information in our newsletter right after we went to these temporary hours.
Right.
So we could probably do, put that out there again, but.
Right.
If they call here, they're gonna get the answering machine and it says right on there, if this is an emergency, hit 1, 2, or 3, or you can leave a message and we'll get back to you the next business day.
But I think when we practice this, these hours, that we did put out on the internet that somebody would be available. I do think we did that. We did put it out on the internet, on Facebook, and is on the website. I do believe it's out there.
Yeah, I mean, we posted it right after, for those first couple months, so people would get used to it.
Yeah, the times.
It never hurts to ask.
Electronic survey wouldn't cost you anything.
It's just that people answer, they have to have Facebook.
Or if you put it on your website and you just even did it on a QR code quick and they pulled it up and it had, 5 questions.
But we still have to mail something so they know to get to it.
Well, I don't know that or you put it on their bill, bottom of their bill or something, like here's, even the QR code you can put on the bill. I don't know how easy that is or hard, but, yeah.
When's the next time you talk to Kane
Or, yeah, I wouldn't mail it.
I mean, that's something like,
less cost.
that could happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that we don't assume because we haven't heard anything that we're cleared hot. When we haven't asked, if we wait for something to break before we make a decision or we take action, that's not necessarily being responsive to the customers. I'm not saying the policy needs to be changed. We just need to we should be asking our customers all the time what we could do for them. We should be getting positive feedback as well as areas where we can improve.
I would agree. I wouldn't think that the survey would only be about this. I
Right.
think it'd be about
Just the
your top 5 good questions that you get or concerns or things you want to know. Yeah.
And we actually have talked about, we just haven't pulled the trigger yet, of just getting rid of that newsletter that nobody reads and just go into an electronic mailing so that people can sign up for, if they want to know about electric, they can sign up for electric news, they can sign up for everything. We've discussed that internally too. We used to use MailChimp and then it just kind of died out. But we've discussed doing that instead. Because we haven't had a newsletter for 2 months and we haven't had one customer call us and ask us where the newsletter's at. And the last time we went without it for 9 months and nobody called except one.
There you go. So can we get a motion to approve the new hours?
So I would put the document that was passed around, is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, and I'll redo it without the red lines and you guys can come back in and sign it.
Okay, yep, so I'll make the motion to change the interim hours to be permanent hours for the employees, part of this resolution.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Sheldon, aye.
Michelle, aye.
Yeah, aye.
Jenny, aye.
Okay, number 6. Water revenue capital loan notes and taxable series for 2025 is $800,000.
8,008,000.
8,008,000, I'm sorry.
I wish it was only
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, basically on that, this is to move, and we discussed this a little bit, that kind of with the well 35 linking out this project, we wanted to get away from just paying strictly interest on that interim financing that we had and move this into permanent financing with USDA. Basically, future construction costs then for the project would be approved by the board, sent to the USDA for approval, and then in turn, the USDA would reimburse those funds back into the HMU account that we could then turn around and pay for any additional construction work with this well 35. The loan will close February 12th, and then payments would start on March 12th. But at least with this loan, a portion of the HMU payment would now go to paying off principal, where before we were just strictly paying interest. And then with the interim loans, HMU at that point was only paying interest, like I mentioned. And if the costs go below the $8,008,000 when we're at completed project, that remaining amount, the USDA would reimburse back, and that would go towards just paying down premium at that point. So like I said, it's just a move to, normally they would have waited until the project completed to do the permanent financing, but like I said, with some of the issues we're having with this well 35, we wanted to move it into that permanent financing a little quicker, just so we can start taking advantage of reducing that principal.
Where are we at as far as completion of the well field?
Yeah, and I was going to get into that, Jim, under my report.
Okay.
I can, no, certainly talk about it now. I mean, because it is prudent. They have a.
No, wait,
Can we get an approval on this so we don't forget?
Yeah.
Okay.
can I get approval of the resolution approving and authorizing a form of loan agreement and authorizing and providing for the issuance of taxable water revenue capital loan notes and providing for a method of payment of the notes.
So moved.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Shall I?
Michelle, aye.
Al, aye.
Jenny, aye.
All right, to piggyback on that, Cohoy Pumping Services, which is McCarthy Trenching's drilling subcontractor, is planning to abandon the existing borehole that they drilled. Little background on that, Cohoy reached 317 feet of depth, which was the bottom of that proposed bottom of the well, on December 5th. Started setting casing on December 6th and could not install the casing past 172 feet. In other words, they ran into where the hole's swelling or starting to collapse, couldn't get the casing down any further. December 10th, they started removing the casing. And then they started to try to re-drill the hole and could not reach the bottom due to the swelling clay. Right now we're planning on moving locations, either straight north or south of the existing, where that hole is, or where they were working, and start a new hole. We did make the contractor aware that HMU would not approve a change order for any additional work of moving the location, basically saying that it was a failure on their part to get that hole drilled, casing in, gravel pack in, everything grouted back, and that well developed, pump and everything put in it. Contractor did admit that they should have used some additives to try to control that swelling clay as they were going down, because the test well that we did, that the board or the HMU spent money on prior to approving that site, showed that there was clay, throughout that profile as they went down to the 317 feet. Contractor kind of admitted, I think, in a way that they didn't want to use the additives because as you use those additives, once they get the well drilled, completed, casing in, the development part of the well where they gotta try to pump that additive or the drilling mud back out, you know, takes a little bit longer to try to get that developed. So they thought they could drill the well, I think, fast enough to be able to get through the clay, get the casing set, get everything developed and get back out of there. Took them a long time. I mean, they had issues, breakdowns throughout time they took off for holidays. I think that just compounded everything that was sitting there, and then they started having issues with the clay swelling. They tried adding additives after they pulled the casing and tried going back down through where they had no success. But I think at that point it was too late. It was just starting to work its way out into that profile or out into the soil itself. So that's where we're sitting on that. We've got to get some approval for a new site, new location before they can start drilling again. So that's where we even talked about with McClure Engineering, our engineers on the project, that we want them to keep their time separate moving forward until we get to that point where they were with the other hole. We also feel that that's responsibility of either or McCarthy as the general contractor or their sub to eat those costs, I guess, or bear those costs, additional costs. Because that's the thing, you look at the profile of the hole that they're going to abandon compared to the test hole that's 20 foot south of it, almost exact. So there's no bearing for them to come back and say, oh, well, man, we ran into this, or we ran into this, we didn't know it was there. Like I said, those two profiles are almost exact. So they knew that they were getting into, I guess, so that's where we stood to where, yeah, as far as we're concerned, there is no change order for this.
So have they agreed to that, or are they, you just said it, and they've stopped working, and, or have they, I mean, they were bonded, right, so they're...
Correct.
Yeah.
We've spent, and I'd have to go back and look, Jim, I mean, we spent some money on that top 42 feet in this hole. You know, they went down, they cased that, but we have not paid a dime, I think, at this point from 42 feet down to 315. You know, they hadn't come back with a ask for a pay estimate or pay application.
Okay.
So basically, I mean, even if something would happen to where they walk away from the project, I guess McCarthy's still on the hook to finish this project and or their bonding company.
So McClure is the engineer, McCarthy is the general.
Correct.
And this
Cohoy is their sub.
So McClure, they're the engineer. Where do they sit on this?
I mean, I guess they haven't. I mean, they agree with what our thinking. You know, as far as no change order. Yes.
So I think it's the three of them need to agree on that. Whether we say it or not doesn't really matter. They just.
Well, there's general clauses in the contract that address all these kind of issues that are, I mean, everyone's legally bound to.
Right, and I think we're gonna, and we're in the process of reviewing those just to make sure, and even McCarthy's reviewing them to make sure, does he have I shouldn't say an out, but does he have something that covers that says that, you know, well, if they run into this, but there again, I back up, I don't see what they can claim for a change because that profile is the same as what was on the plans originally that they bid on.
So what does this do? So are they waiting for the weather to break to go, or they're waiting for an approval to go relocate the well site? What are they waiting on?
Yeah, that is our first option, is to find out from the DNR. They'll probably have to come back out the field office and approve the new site, making sure we got all the right separation distances from any contaminants, before they can say, yes, you can drill in that hole and move forward.
And what does this do to capacity? Let's say it's not coming online when it was expected to come online. We've sent some water, or we're prepared to give water to somebody else outside we have a new customer potentially. What does it do for capacity? Have we sold more than we have, or do we have plenty of capacity based off of the well field?
We have the 3 new wells that we have that we're up and running last year, allow us to continue operation currently. A new customer with demands is not going to be reaching those demands in the next 12 months, according to their engineer. So, obviously, we would have loved to have this thing online a lot sooner than what it's going to be, but now we're just preparing for what's to come, taking the necessary precautions and addressing any impact the drought could have on us this year. But with those 3 wells is really what's keeping us alive. So.
And we do still have the option too, Jim, as far as liquidated damages. I mean, I think our completion date is the end of December. Theoretically, we could be charging them $500 a day since then, until it's complete. So.
Okay, number 7, Highway 59 Service Extension Pay App in the amount of $58,131.45.
Just some background on this was an application for payment to McCarthy Trenching for cost of operator equipment and labor costs for installing utility service along Highway 59 south of Monogram. Original contract amount is $63,077. What they're claiming for costs completed after the work's been done is $61,191. This payment, of course, like I said, is the $58,131.45, basically leaving $3,059.55 for retainage that they held out of this payment, 5%, which we would then turn around and probably have that as a payment, approval for payment of that at the February meeting.
A final payment.
Yeah, final payment for that retainage amount. Everything's good. I think the only thing is, we gotta extend a couple hydrants.
Correct.
But we're doing that with our own forces, I mean, we bought the materials for this project anyhow, we just strictly used McCarthy as the installing contractor, not necessarily buying the supplies.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I'll make the motion to approve the
Negative.
payment $58,131.45.
Second?
I'll say.
Roll call.
Sheldon, aye.
Michelle, aye.
Al, aye.
Jenny, aye.
Okay, number 8, down payment for an old light plant roof replacement of 40% per contract in the amount of $67,468.46.
Yeah, Linus looking at this is just for down payment, more or less for materials that they're purchasing on replacement of that light plant roof. I suppose normally we probably wouldn't necessarily do a down payment, but just some background on that. HMU has already received a check from EMC in the amount of a couple checks, $146,883.98, and then we received a second check for $13,735.23 for the repairs on the roof, and we've had that in our account for, I don't know, 3 months, maybe, Jenny? A couple months, I think is when we got them. The original cost, or I guess the total cost on the project is $16,211.13 was for the temporary roof that they've got on now, that's still on the building. And then for the repair, line and bid, $168,761.16 for the permanent repair. Out of that total, of those two items, HMU will be responsible for $26,083.90, which would include depreciation and deductible of $5,000. So basically, I mean, out of the 180, whatever that totals.
Free roof, at least.
Yeah, I mean, so we're only having to contribute $26,000, so insurance is helping us out quite a bit.
I'll make the motion to approve $67,468.46.
Second.
Roll call.
Sheldon, aye.
Michelle, aye.
Al, aye.
Jenny, aye.
Okay. Number 9, HMU Old Building Project change order for repairs to OHD jams in the amount of $546.69. Line and construction original contract was $86,732.87.
So this goes back to the project I think we called it 405 Chatburn Building Maintenance was the project. We had a bunch of items in there, but when the bids came back, items were a little higher than we expected, or at least what we had budgeted for it. So that's where we chose to do the 7 overhead doors on the old truck bay, and then add a new door on the west side of the office building down there. And be able to utilize that building for storage, transformers, wire, pipe. I guess basically that's what we're looking at putting in there. So line and construction out of that 86,732.87, they are requesting, I mean, the project's nearly complete. They're requesting $82,279.56 in this payment. So basically that's the 86,732.87 minus 5,000 that they pulled out or took off of the total because they had to finish kind of trimming out that door on the west side of the old office. And actually Arnold's Construction has been working on it this week. They either get it done today or tomorrow, and then the project will be completely finished. But then they did have in what we mentioned there, $546.69 as an addition on that. And that's basically when they worked on the 7 doors on the old truck bay. They did find out that some of the wood along those doors, after they kind of tore the old doors out, was rotten, broke. So they came back in and repaired those as part of the cost. So that's basically what that $550 covers. And like I said, Arnold's currently working on that west door trim. Like be done today or tomorrow, and we'll have final payment of that at $5,000 that they withheld probably at the next month's meeting as their final payment on the project. So like I said, everything should be done here end of this week into next week.
I'll make a motion to approve the HMU building project change order.
Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Roll call.
Sheldon, aye.
Michelle, aye.
Al, aye.
Jenny, aye?
Okay, number 10.
And can I define that as actually, it's gonna be that payment of the $82,279.56, correct? Jenny, how we have that? That's right in the, yeah. So it's not just that, yeah, it's just not the change order, but it'd be that total with that change order.
Do I need to amend that, or?
No, because that just says that the original contract was $86,000.
Okay, number 10, recommendation for Al Powers of P&E Engineering for pay up number 8 for the 2023-2024 overhead to underground conversion project in the amount of $32,530.83.
Ongoing payment to LFI/Burns Electric for work completed to this point on that project. Our overhead to underground conversion.
Still waiting for transformers, or?
Yeah, I think we're one more switch gear, or did that come?
No, we're waiting on 4 switch gears.
Oh, 4 switch gears and some wire, yeah.
All the primary.
But they do have work that they're still.
I'll move to recommend the recommendation from Al Powers and P&E Engineering for pay up number 8 for the 23-24 overhead to underground conversion project in the amount of $32,530.83.
Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Roll call.
Sheldon,
Michelle, aye.
aye. Al, aye.
Jenny, aye?
Okay, number 11, information only.
Yeah, A is McClure bill of $7,442.45. Basically, that's just ongoing engineering costs for the raw water system improvement project. Item B, McCarthy invoice for $12,050. That's a storm sewer on Utility Avenue. And if you remember on that, just refresh your memory, same type of thing. Had McCarthy work with us as far as supplying operator equipment and labor to install a storm sewer pipe next to our lagoons along Utility Avenue. Basically, we purchased the pipe and just had them to install. Item C, line of construction invoice for $710.20 for the main shop area here. That's basically the cost of an electrician that came in to repair. We had him look at one of the overhead doors out here in the new truck bay. The operator stopped working on that truck bay door. Had an electrician come in after they looked at it, got that up and running again. And then it also covers the cost to repair the louver vent cover on the truck bay. Basically, that louver vent cover was blown off during one of those summer storms. Might have been the same one that when it took the roof off the light plant and folded that over. Deductible on this new office and truck bay together is $38,200. So therefore, that $700, that portion is out of pocket. We're not going to meet that deductible. And then item D, maintenance on the Evoca 69 kV line in the amount of $62,236.36. That work is complete. That's basically the cost of repair work on our transmission line, which was recommended during the latest inspection report we did probably a year and a half ago. That invoice contains an additional $1,800 change order for broken ground on one of the poles that was missed during the initial inspection. But then this overall cost, that's $62,236.36, is considerably less than the costs that were estimated initially. And when we looked at that inspection report and P&E Engineering looked at that, they kind of gave us a round number, and I can't remember, maybe about 100,000 is what they were thinking it was going to cost, but by the time we bid it, we got a couple bids. That work came in at that, around $62,000.
Now it's number 12, CEO's report.
All right, one of the items was kind of that update on that raw water system with well 35, so we kind of went over that. I don't know if there's any additional questions on that. Another item is the overhead to underground conversion project with LFI Burns Electric. They continue to pull wire, set equipment, and connect new services. They are having some issues getting their boring subcontractor back in town to finish a few small items, but they're working on that. But basically that isn't really slowing them down. I mean, they still got other work that they're working on. And then like we had talked, they were also waiting for the last of the wire and some equipment to arrive. And we're looking at sometime here in February that we should be able to get the rest of the switch gears in the wire. Should be complete with the project ahead of the contract completion date. No problem. Next item, just wanted to highlight maybe the employee appreciation dinner. I thought it was a success. We did recognize 3 employees that reached milestones in their employment in 2024. Stephen Gesser, 25 years of experience or service. David Swank, 20 years of service. And then Colburn Warner, 10 years of service.
Very good.
Couple more items. One item here, just an update. Wanted to mention we are looking at 15 customers that have all electric heat in their homes and have a single phase large meter. Currently they are not included in the reduced electric rate for an all electric home, as are the single phase small meter customers. We've got a few of those. I think there's 15, there's probably 20 of those, I mean, if I can roughly figure. The policy in place only includes the single small meter customers that would receive that special rate, energy rate. We feel that the single phase large meter customers should be afforded the same electric rate that would reduce their billing. The policy was in place prior to the current management in place here, and the discrepancy was just discovered here this week or the last day or two. We would recommend a committee meeting be put together, I guess, or get together a committee to discuss policy change and allow credit to those 15 customers for the difference in electric costs for the previous year. So we've kind of been doing that on other things, if there's a discrepancy, we've either credited or, billed for the previous year. But like I said, basically this is something that was just in the policy previous to us being in our positions that we noticed, and we thought we needed to resolve.
And the year is what we've applied in the past relative to budget year and not gone back farther, right? That's our practice. Yep. 1 year.
1 year.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so we're not entertaining, we have entertained in the past and made decisions in the past not to go farther back than a year.
Correct.
Credits.
And then we're just trying to be consistent with what we've been doing. Last thing I have is Chris Crackermeyer, who's in our water department, passed his grade 2 drinking water distribution test just the last couple days.
Good job.
I guess any questions or comments for me?
So I would, just a quick discussion about the shut-off policy. So with the weather the way it is, do we look at a day? Do we look at a 5-day average? What do we look at before we come out of the no shut-off parameters? What is it that we look at?
I don't know, maybe that's more of a question. Jen's a little bit more up on that, I guess, as far as.
Are you talking about electric, gas, or water, first of all?
Yeah, so in this time, I'm
Because
talking
during
about
this time
gas.
frame, we wouldn't shut off electric or gas for heating.
Okay, all right.
It's too cold out.
Yeah, but when it dips up or goes above the too cold, does it trigger an automatic, or do we look at the 5-day average, or do we look at the forecast? How do we make sure we don't follow policy when it's at 34 degrees out, shut off somebody's electric and gas, only to have it go back down to below freezing 2 days from now? How do we avoid
We
that?
look a few days ahead, but we usually don't shut people off when it's winter time for their electric.
Okay. And what about gas?
About the same.
Okay, all right. Yeah,
For
I
heating.
think the tendency is that somehow I'm not saying there doesn't need to be there is a practice. I'm not saying there needs to be a policy.
Well, we're regulated by the Iowa
Law, I was
Utility
gonna say.
Commission as far as when we can and shut people
Yeah, the
off.
moratorium, yeah.
Right, but is that a 5-day window? Is it a 1-day window? What does the policy say by the Iowa?
Well, for Iowa Utility Commission, you can't shut them off during the light heat season at all.
So November to April 1.
Okay, got it. All right. That was the answer to my question. Okay.
Any other questions? Okay, meeting's adjourned. I do have a question for after.
So I actually hope I did answer that right, because not knowing about it,